One of the most terrifying things about, growing up on the spectrum is that you don't really have as much self-confidence, because if you grew up knowing that there's this thing about your social behaviors that's off, knowing that people can notice it, it can develop a pretty bad social stigma that you don't feel confident, and you don't feel like you can really accomplish adult actions without coming across as awkward or weird, and you need that social support to make you more confident to do it, to go to those adult things and act like an adult and go and talk to other adults and not come across like you really don't know what you're doing, because you don't know what you're doing.
The idea of Shire House came about because of my son. My son, Paul, was diagnosed with Asperger's when he was in kindergarten. My name is Elizabeth Kane, and I am the Executive Director at Shire House. Within the autism spectrum, there is an assortment of levels. Asperger's is on the high functioning end of the spectrum. These are individuals that can work and go to school, but they are delayed socially, behaviorally, or emotionally.
My name is Paul Michael Kane. I am a former client of Shire House and Elizabeth's son. When I was in school, the county had services available to help me become more like a normal kid of my age. The big one really was having somebody that you can go to that knew the social dilemmas and whatnot, and somebody that you can go to and talk to for advice. Having that advice was a big part of that, because if you don't have any advice at all, you can be stranded and you can just shut down. Once I turned 18, all those services were pretty much gone. It was only for people who were in the public school system, which ends once you graduate high school.
We looked around to continue these services he still needed, and we were not able to find them, so that's where the idea was born, and a year and a half later, we started Shire House. Shire House provides a residential program and services to young adults within the high-functioning autism spectrum, formerly known as Asperger's. Our residential program is set up as a college dorm. We provide behavioral, social, and emotional interventions and supports while the young adult is attending college.
Shire House incorporates learning independent living skills and making sure that the young adult on the autism spectrum is ready to face life on their own, but it also provides a sense of community and gives them a group of friends to go along on the ride with them. Since we're a residential program, they come and live here, and so it's kind of like living in the dorms with people who have similar interests and similar struggles in school. Since all the social mentors are college age also, we're like their peers, and we're able to give them advice from our own experiences.
It was nice to just have people around versus how it was before. Most of my interactions with people was internet-based. It was nice being in a house with people I could just regularly go over and talk to if I needed.
The goal of Shire House is to make a tailored plan for each individual client to make sure that they reach their optimal level of independence. My name is Frances Burke, and I am the program director at Shire House. The way that I create the program is when a client moves in, I get to know them, not just what their psych evaluation says or what the questionnaire has said. I try to get to know them and what their interests and goals are, and what their level of self-management is already. From there, we create realistic goals and realistic timeframes, and we hold them to it on a daily basis.
It is a requirement here at Shire House when a client moves in that they either be working full-time or going to school full-time or part-time of both. We have an academic support staff who meets with the individuals on a regular basis and helps them keep track of anything related to their academics.
And it's beneficial to have somebody who comes in all the time, because it's very easy to fall behind on schoolwork, and if it was just someone that met with them, once a week or so, there's a lot that could happen in a week. So having somebody who comes often is very helpful.
And then we also have employment, search, development, and then support. We help them from writing their resume, and then we support them once they start working on what it is that they might need to address or do to continue to be employed.
Another type of support we have is a personal trainer, and he comes with a background of the mental health field and physical fitness. And the benefits that the clients get from that is truly shocking for me to see, because sometimes the clients can be reluctant to try new things, but each client has gotten along with the physical trainer perfectly, and they're all excited to see him when they get the chance.
Another component of our program is our Friday night social. So every Friday night, from 6 to 9, we open our doors to other young adults on the spectrum. And it's been wonderful to see these young adults come and make friends, and we're so glad that this is part of who we are.
People would come over and play video games or play board games or whatnot. Eventually it started to turn into a movie night where we'd watch a movie every Friday, and then afterwards people would just like play around.
I think the Friday night socials help out the clients that live here, and it also helps out the guests that come from the community because it gives them plans to do. I think that it introduces them to people that they may not have met, and it gives them a chance to get out of their bubble.
Something wonderful about our program that I really would like parents to understand is that Shire House will be here not just for my son, but for anyone within our special needs community. We want to be that place that you can call and get help, whether you're a client or not. We want the young adults to know, we want the parents to know this is a resource for them, for whatever it is that they might be having challenges with. We will be there for them or direct them to a place that will get them the help that they need to get.